Hello, friends, and thanks for tuning into Taste Radio, the #1 podcast for anyone building a business in food or beverage. I'm Ray Latif, the editor and producer of Taste Radio, and I'm with my co-hosts for this episode, John Craven, Jacqui Brugliera, and Mike Schneider. This episode features an interview with 5 entrepreneurs, including the founders of Little Spoon, Four Sigmatic, and O2, who are drawing upon their extensive experience, networks, and resources to support emerging brands via a new venture called CPG Fast Track. Welcome back, Mike, John. Who was out last week? John.
Yes.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, no, good to have you back. You know, I mean, I think this is the first time the 4 of us have been together in a room for at least 3 weeks, I want to say.
Something like that. Minus Jacqui.
Jackie's not really in there.
Virtually.
By room, I mean a virtual room in which we all exist. Yes. Jacqui, I saw some really amazing photos on your Instagram page, account, whatever you want to call it. Where were you traveling?
I was in Yosemite, and then I was in Mammoth, camper vanning, roaming around and just plopping wherever seemed right. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
The Northern Lights, or what would you call that?
The Milky Way.
The Milky Way. Okay, it wasn't the Northern Lights, but I saw a beautiful, beautiful picture of the Milky Way. Where was that, at Yosemite?
That was actually at some hot springs outside of Mammoth, so you can disperse. There's dispersed camping, and you can camp anywhere, and there's just no light pollution, and you go out and you see the full Milky Way and some shooting stars. It's pretty wild.
It's
very
spectacular.
Surreal.
Yeah, I've never seen the Milky Way like that. It was amazing. Do you have any good snacks, beverages while you were camping?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I was actually talking about this a little bit on community call, but the Yosemite Village rolled out the red carpet, not pulled it away. If you listen to the podcast, you'll understand why I said that.
That's the BevNet and Nosh community call podcast on your listening platform of choice.
Yeah.
And when I walked into the store, there just happened to be every single CPG product that you can think of. So there was Fishwife, Heyday, Mila, you name it, it was there.
What? Wait, what store was this? Was this like an Erewhon at
No. This was a special pop-up that they had. They knew Jacqui was coming, so they rolled out the red carpet.
What are you talking about?
One day only, you know? But no, it seemed like it's the Village store. So it's the main like welcome center store that everyone goes to. I don't know if the influence of a lot of people from San Francisco coming to visit, you know, might have a say in what products they're carrying, but I was impressed. And my campsite was stocked. I will say that.
Okay.
BevNet, Jackie's coming? What? Pop-up instantly.
And once again, what's the name of the town or place you visited?
It was Yosemite.
It was just Yosemite?
The national park, and it was the welcome center and the store right there.
Wow. Okay. Good to know. I've never had a burning desire to go to Yosemite, but now I do, just because of that village store
I'm
that they
glad
have.
this made you want to go.
Ray's like, forget the Milky Way. I'm going to go to the store.
Ray goes into the visitor centers like, we're going to get some nice tapas around here.
Oh, you guys make me seem like I'm such a haughty-taughty
Where can I find a
elitist.
fox pelt around
I
here?
do have some glamping for you, Rick.
A fox pill.
I mean, like, there's dirt in my campsite.
No,
Unacceptable.
on the glamping front, I just camping in general doesn't really appeal to me.
That's exactly what we were just saying.
Yeah.
And you were like, why do you guys have this image of me?
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know.
I don't know. Do you
The shoe fits where, bro?
do
Come
you
on.
love camping, John?
I would,
Oh, here we are.
Okay, first of all, I'm sure I've been camping way more than you.
Yes, if you've been once, you've been way more than me.
I do like camping because I personally like, I mean, if nothing else, the fun of cooking with fire.
Mm-hmm.
So
Carrying
fun.
around your own toilet paper. Anyway.
Jacqui cooked Heyday canning right in the can.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. That, and then, yeah, camping over fire. I don't know, something so primal about it, you know? I love it.
For sure. Actually,
We're going to get to primal later in the show.
I saw a video
Right,
on
Jacqui?
Instagram of a guy making his own, or warming up his own beans. And it was interesting. He had his little metal cup, and then he put all the beans into the cup, and then he turned the can into a
It's
little
amazing what you can do, isn't it?
kerosene or whatever. Can. Wait, all right.
Right.
Everyone's making
Welcome
fun
to
of me.
cooking.
All right, let's move on. Okay, good news for people who love avocados.
Mm-hmm.
Today, the date of this recording, which is July 31st, is National Avocados Day. I know John loves when we talk about holidays
Me too.
surrounding
Yeah.
very random things.
Love those
like
marketing
avocados.
holidays.
Yes, but avocados from Mexico, which is an actual name of a brand, has partnered with Poppi. Everyone knows Poppi, the brand of better for you sodas, to create a Pop-Guac recipe.
Is this a beverage?
No, it's a recipe, and they sent me a little box here, avocados from Mexico and Poppi, and in it are 3 cans of Poppi, and specifically, it is their ginger lime variety, and it has 3 avocados in here as well, each one with a sticker that says avocados from Mexico. And apparently, what you're supposed to do,
Put a straw in the avocado.
no, you're supposed to make guacamole, and then put a dash of this ginger lime in your guacamole, and apparently it tastes amazing. So we're gonna try this. I didn't make guacamole. I bought some guacamole actually from Trader Joe's.
That's a good call.
Individual little cups that Mike, John, and I will have.
Yes. Yes,
I
we
could
will.
see just a splash working because you put a little bit of lime juice, but this is
Yes.
kind of a stretch.
I get so. And good news, John brought tortilla chips.
I did. We also need like a disclaimer before we do this because this, no offense to Trader Joe's, because I know you'll probably throw a chair at me if I make fun of Trader Joe's, but this guacamole,
Sus?
it's a little. I mean, it's these little sort of like. I mean, one of my kids buys these and
Yeah, they're Kelly
puts them in their
Ocean
lunch,
type.
but
What are you talking about?
they're kind of. It's like a pre-made little like single serve guac.
This is Trader Joe's avocados number guacamole to go.
So
What is
what
Which
do
is a
you
play
mean?
on what, Ray?
I don't know.
Avogadro's number.
Oh.
Yeah, well, this also. I mean, it's got avocado, distilled vinegar, water, jalapeno, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder.
Yeah, clean ingredients.
I mean that's fine. I'm just saying it's like it doesn't. It's not going to taste like what they want you to make.
Well,
But
no, I appreciate the fact that it doesn't have any tomatoes or anything else like that in there because if we had used these avocados that they sent us, we wouldn't have any of that other stuff. So.
And I did bring just side shout out here some El Nacho tortilla chips.
Yeah.
This is a local Boston area company, and we're gonna try it with their El Diablo spicy chips. So
Okay. Anyone want a BevNet hand sanitizer? No.
How are you gonna fit? Did you spill it? I mean,
Mike
little.
spilled it.
I
Okay.
like to-
guacamole is packed to
Ray,
the brim in there.
I
I
have
know, it's
not
packed to the brim.
I have not washed my hands since I was in JFK Airport yesterday. So
Are
those
you-
chips
Are you
are.
trying to be
I
a?
don't wanna-
Are you
I
trying to
don't
be an
wanna think
Olympic
about that.
triathlete?
No,
Get
what I'm
that
gonna
E.
do is
coli?
I'm going to create like a shark-like mechanism here where.
You saw that, right, Jacqui? With
Yeah.
the
Okay. Here we go. I don't
the
know if we
Olympic athletes, like, just every once in a while, I like to get a little E. coli anyway. I don't wash my hands after I go to the bathroom, et cetera, et cetera.
Can we,
It's like,
can,
oh, that's
can we
not
move
right.
on from this not washing hands bit? All right. So here's, I don't know if we're going to do any kind of close up here. Here's the guacamole. I made a little room with the tortilla chips so I can pour some of the ginger lime in here. Oh, that's too much.
That's Jesus, Ray. You might need to
that
open a
was
new
gonna
pack
happen.
now.
Well, I'm going to try it as is. Okay. Do you want to try some here?
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Maybe you could just take a swig of the Poppy and then take a bite of the guacamole.
Or maybe I'll just take a
Oh my gosh.
swig
All
of
right, these
the.
El
Jackie's
Nacho.
onto something here.
These El Nacho tortilla
Or
chips
just take a
are
shot of it.
They're legit.
phenomenal. Oh my God, are these good?
But it might
Okay.
be because of the Poppi and avocados.
I'm eating them by themselves. This one's the heat,
Yeah.
chili, and
Jackie's
lime.
just like, what the hell
This
is
is
going
the
on over
first,
there?
Taking shots of Poppy out of a guacamole bowl.
All right, these are amazing.
I mean,
How's the combo?
Good.
sure.
Yeah, it works.
I mean, it's non-offensive.
okay.
I feel like I just wasted a little poppy that otherwise I'd drink. So
Mm-hmm.
Well, non-offensive could also mean DNS. Is it DNS worthy?
Take these away from me.
Would you go out of your way to do this? Make this recipe?
No, this was. It's very simple, Jacqui. You pour a little bit of ginger lime and some guacamole. It's not much of a recipe. Anywho, no matter what you think of it, I think this is delicious. I think it's a combination of the Poppi, the avocados. I hope these avocados.
I think
that
it's
Trader Joe's
mostly
uses
the
are
El
from Mexico.
Diablo chili lime. These are amazing chips.
yeah, they're really good. And if you like those, is there a new one, the Miss Mango? Interesting name.
Yes, to clarify, Mike, these are El Nacho.
El
but
Nacho.
the variety is El Diablo.
The
Sorry.
Alpine Tortilla Company of Waltham, Massachusetts.
The El Diablo variety of El Nacho is amazeballs.
Try these.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Avocados from Mexico. Thank you so much, Poppy. I will agree with John in that the ginger lime variety of Poppy is pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's
So,
also really good.
DNS on that front for sure.
I mean, Poppy is just DNS in general. They're doing great on most of their flavors.
They definitely are. Do we have any avocado people on the Nosh notables list? No? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Avocado people? What's an avocado
Yeah.
person?
Like people who,
People
are
made of avocado,
avocado
like,
entrepreneurs.
like Mr. Avocado Head.
The kingpin of guacamole would be his.
The closest we have is Mr. Potato Head.
There's no Mr. Potato Head on the Nosh notables list.
No, he's not.
No. Well, the Nosh notables list, the 24 edition, is out.
Oh, these are legit too.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Are we still on the El Nachos?
Yeah, these are the Ms. Mango. Sorry, you guys, I just couldn't help it.
All right. Well, once again, we have, or Nosh more specifically, has named its class of 2024 Nosh notables, which in essence are some of the most influential movers and shakers in the food industry that at least the Nosh team has defined as
Some
such.
of them, yeah. Some
Yes.
of them, 24 of them.
24 indeed. The list includes a bunch of folks that might be familiar to you, including one of my favorite people in this industry, Asha Abalesha, who is the founder and CEO of Mason-Dixie Foods. John Foraker, kind of a no-brainer on this list for sure, co-founder and CEO of Once Upon a Farm. We've got folks like Steve Wangler, who is the Senior Vice President of Sales for Better Sour, the upstart brand of Better For You sour candy.
Our dear friend Ryan Llewellyn's on the list.
Ryan Llewellyn, who is a partner with Giannuzzi Llewellyn. Of course.
They're playful on there saying, you know, use your one phone call. I think that is just because he knows so much about the industry. If you need to make a phone call, you need something to know something, call Ryan.
Yeah, what Mike is referring to is the fact that this list was made up such that it looked like a yearbook from the 1980s, and everyone who was on the list.
Everyone's got a playful title.
Right. Everyone who's
Yeah,
on the list has
superlative.
kind of a playful title. So, for example, hottest nerd in the freezer, Dion Laszlo Baker, who's the founder and CEO of DB's Organics.
I think she'll love that.
Yeah. As Mike described, most likely to be your one phone call, Ryan Llewellyn. Most likely to succeed again, Peter Rahal, who's the founder of RX Bar and coming out with a new protein bar called David. Excited to see that come up to market. And most likely to ignore conventional thinking around a crowded category, Pete Maldonado and Rashid Ali, the co-CEOs of Chomps. This is a fantastic list. If you want to know every person, if you want to find out exactly who's on the list beyond the names that we just mentioned, head to Nosh.com.
Most likely to not go camping, Ray Latif.
Yeah, we should do our own internal BevNet superlatives.
I think my most likely reference in high school was most likely to win the F1 championship at age 19.
Interesting.
I had that kind of.
So specific.
Mine was most likely to not be on a most likely list.
Oh, okay.
How about we got any honorable mentions?
How do you mean?
How about like most likely to throw a killer party, and you give it to like Eliza Rizvi and Umayma Sharwani. Eliza Rizvi of People and Umayma Sharwani of Paro, and honorable mention to Kartik Das for just bringing the whole community together. That looked like a lot of fun. I'm sorry I missed that party.
What party was that?
The Summer Fancy Foods party, where they gathered the South Asian foods community together and started a movement basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would happily refer to those folks as honorable mentions.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
yeah, I think, there's a ton of people in the food industry who are doing amazing things, doing really special things, be it as a founder, as a retailer, as an investor. I sincerely doubt that not being on this list would make them any less special. But, the 24 folks on this list really do, I think, represent the people that are making the biggest waves in food right now. And so our team at Nosh, I think, did an amazing job putting this together, and I highly encourage everyone to take a look.
Yeah, and shout out to the community because we did take nominations for this. So a lot of the people on this list, they were nominated. There was a lot of nice things said about these people, which is also featured in the Nosh Notables. But great to like highlight those that are making a difference and some that we didn't even know about that came through the nomination process.
Like who? I'm putting Jacqui on the spot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay.
Jeez, guy.
Yeah, but isn't it pronounced no tables? Like, you know, the way like a
Yes,
maitre d' at 11
yeah, yes,
Madison
Ray. Yes.
would respond if you
tables.
walked in without a reservation. No tables. What?
Hashtag dad
Has
joke.
this
That's
happened to
usually
you?
that's usually
I feel
my
like
role,
this has
right?
happened.
I would
you.
never, ever walk into such an establishment without a reservation. What am I, a classless, uncultured swine? Jacqui, come on.
Again, this is why you don't like camping.
A theme throughout this episode, no doubt. All right. One person I don't recall seeing on the list, but is an incredible person nonetheless, is Melissa Ficina, who is the co-founder and managing partner of Siddhi
Siddhi Capital.
Capital. Siddhi Capital, SIDDHI. Melissa is someone who has been on this show. She's also joined us as a co-host for our Elevator Talk series, a fantastic person.
Thanks, Melissa.
Big news for Siddhi. They just announced that they are deploying a new $135 million Fund 2 for growth stage investments. This is great news for the industry. Siddhi is a current investor in well-known brands including Magic Spoon, Momofuku, Midday Squares, Imi, Orabora, Liberation Labs, and Plantable. So this new fund continues upon, or as described by the story on Nosh, marks the firm's shift from startup to growth stage equity investments and a broadening beyond food and beverage. According to the article, check sizes for first investments from Fund 2 will range anywhere between $3 million and $12.5 million, but on average, total between $5 and $10 million.
Sizable.
Love that this was announced. Love that Siddhi is continuing to invest in emerging, growth stage brands and ones that I'm excited to see continue to scale.
Yeah, I mean, certainly, I think, says where they feel like the opportunity lies right now. And I think this is also pretty typical of, companies or funds, whatever, that start out investing in early stage, eventually kind of like, earn their cred a little bit, and go for brands that are really at that kind of growth stage. So should be interesting to see who they get behind.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to continue to reinvest or invest in the brands they're already a part of, or they already own equity in. But yeah, excited to see which brands they are targeting on the market that are not part of their portfolio and hopefully will become at some point.
It's good to see this news in a climate where, people have been unsure about fundraising. $135 million, average $5 million check. That's 27 checks. So that's, 27 businesses that are potentially going to get some funding. I mean, obviously that's not going to be the exact check size for everybody. It represents a great opportunity for CPG because in the article, they do say they're going to expand beyond food and beverage as well. So
Yeah. And this news comes, I want to say about 6 months from the news that BFG Partners, which is based in Boulder and Los Angeles, or has offices in Boulder and Los Angeles, activated its third fund, which is a $125 million fund to back healthy consumer products. They're an investor in Olipop, Cauliflower, and some other amazing brands. So I feel like this kind of indicates, hopefully, that the checkbooks are opening up once again from these private equity firms, from these venture capital firms, and just a continuation upon that. So yeah, excited to see where this all goes. Now, one person I don't expect to see or bump into at my local Walgreens is John Craven. That's not an indictment of you or Walgreens, John, but you got a big box with the Walgreens logo right by your side here. What is going on here?
Well, Ray, I did not go to Walgreens to get this. They sent this to us, and I know you love private label stuff. So
What?
I mean, you're always
I
trying
only
to
buy brands,
save that
sir.
penny.
No, he said pirate label.
Those reservations at 11 Madison are costly, so you've got to get the private label. But this is their, I guess, I don't know how they described it, upgraded private label. They call it nice.
Ooh, that
with an exclamation
pretty
point.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, it already works. So we got some, if you want to try any sesame sticks, banana chips,
So what?
blueberry pie snack mix. That sounds right up your alley. This giant.
What is that powder?
No, it's not powder.
Oh, it's
and
oats.
also, Ray always looking for fiber in his diet. So
Of course.
we
yes.
got the quick oats.
Yeah.
Veggie sticks. Oh, and yogurt covered pretzels. So we've talked a lot about private label and its, I don't know, maybe impact on the landscape of emerging brands, and this seemed like one that was worth bringing for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
It is a nice looking package. It still looks like private label.
It does, and that's sort of the point, I think. I mean, this looks sort of like low key, safe. There's no like giant Walgreens logo on it screaming store brand, but it's a store brand. So it seems like one of those, things where they've upgraded the store brand, but they're not really at the level of, having the brand appeal of, an independent CPG company that's really gone out and,
Right.
stylized it.
I mean, obviously, when you take a look at a new brand, it doesn't have it's not going to be iconic from the get-go. It's not like, for me, when I think of great private label, I'm like 365. That's the one I love. And
That's the Whole Foods one.
the Whole Foods 365 label, I trust that one. I think it's high quality. And so you look at this and you go, oh, maybe it could be that. But we just don't know yet.
and that's a good point. I think, Whole Foods, like the brand of Whole Foods itself sort of ties nicely to those products.
Right.
Whereas like the brand of Walgreens, you're not thinking, man, that's like a place that, has high quality snacks, right?
Right.
So like, they are sort of taking some of their food aisles under their own, control, if you will, by having a brand that I don't know, looks credible, looks value. But most of these products are also sort of, I guess, what I would call just staple, maybe commodity type things too. They're
and
not.
that's what you trust Walgreens for, is like you trust Walgreens for medicine and, vaccines and things like that, and staples and products that you need, grab and go, convenience sort of thing.
So get yourself some non-GMO veggie sticks.
Yeah, why not?
While you're at it, right?
I wouldn't think of going to Walgreens to get my oats. I think maybe this shows that they're just investing more in CPG within their stores too, which could open up an opportunity for brands.
This is good looking.
Building upon the set. But yeah, I wouldn't go there for my oats, but I guess it's convenient.
Okay, this label is really nice though. It's like for veggies, for a veggie stick. It's just potato starch, dehydrated potatoes, corn starch, salt, spinach powder, tomato powder, a little sugar, red beet powder, turmeric, sunflower, safflower oil, sea salt. Not terrible for a veggie stick.
No, and to be clear, this private label nice brand, NICE with an exclamation point, has been around. I mean, Walgreens has had this for some time. They just recently expanded their portfolio of private label products. They have over 150 of them, and all of them, according to an article I'm reading, are formulated without artificial flavors, sweeteners, synthetic dyes, or high fructose corn syrup. So clearly they are following trends in that they have consumers who are avoiding all the junk that they perhaps had seen prior in some of these products. So, things like yogurt covered pretzels. Okay, maybe they would have had these in the past, but
Sure.
yeah, for sure, oats. No, I think, banana crisps maybe, but just the expansion of this, I think, also follows
Blueberry pie snack mix. Don't forget that.
But it also follows what we've been seeing from some of their rivals, like CVS. CVS, introduced a new line of private label snacks under a brand called Well Market. That happened in May. And of course, we saw Walmart do this in April when they launched their Better Goods private label brand, which we talked about in a
Yep,
previous
yep.
episode. I love the look of that brand. Have not tried any of their products yet, but Better Goods to me actually looks like a real brand, whereas these just look like an extension, I think, of Walgreens.
I think the name is kind of genius in that when I read a label, one of the first things that comes to mind when I like it is, oh, nice.
Well, it's better than what they previously had. Like, I don't know, 15 years ago, they didn't have a nice brand. Everything was Wall-this. So it was
Yeah.
like, instead of Robitussin, like the private label version was like Wall-Tussin.
Wall-Tussin.
You know, and it was...
Yum. Love me some Waltus.
Wall-Tussin was the good stuff right there. Put a little of that on your ice cream? No. Oh, my God.
Jeez, guy.
Thank you for bringing all these snacks. I think you can put them back in the box.
I think you're going to keep a few of those, Ray. Come on.
I'll keep these veggie sticks.
Yeah, they're all yours.
Mike
Okay.
was describing some really tasty ingredients.
I'm eyeing up those oats.
Yeah.
Yogurt covered pretzels, maybe,
Okay,
too?
can I have some of your Tip Top? What do you got there? You got
Oh,
some Tip Top
geez, I
cocktails.
forgot. How could I? I mean, this is like,
Look at how he's as if I'm going to
very
run across the
protective
table.
over
yeah.
Very
So,
protective.
I mean, we got not one, but two new Tip Top flavors this week.
Can I? Can I?
Oh, hold on. Let me talk about them first.
The
First,
tables have turned.
first is the Naked and Famous, which is a mezcal-based cocktail.
Oh, that would make me
And
suspend
then
my sober curiosity.
I've got Ray's favorite here, the Cosmopolitan.
Yes. Me and SJP.
I mean, that's right. I mean, here, it's for you.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
All right.
But yeah, they just keep
They
cranking out
made a
SKUs.
Naked and Famous? That's awesome.
What's in a Naked and Famous again?
Mezcal, lime, alpine liqueur. I like that. That's good. I mean, we'll call that green chartreuse normally,
Yep.
but and
wow.
aperitivo bitters. So
So this is interesting because there is a chartreuse shortage. I'm glad I got that in the first time. So I wonder how they produced this alpine liqueur.
well, I'm sure that it's their. Well, who knows what's
their
in it? I
take
guess
on
we'll,
it.
we'll
Who
find
knows
out.
what's in there?
So
Yeah.
It's their take, obviously, because they're not calling it green
Okay,
chartreuse.
can I see that one? I just-
yeah,
okay,
and I
good.
guess there's their aperitivo bitters. Isn't there? I think there's normally Aperol in a
Okay.
Naked and Famous. So
I mean, everything Tip Top makes knocks it out of the park. I wouldn't be surprised if this is phenomenal, even if they are making or using their own version of chartreuse. And as they mention on the label, it's never too sweet and always balanced. Never too sweet is key. Okay, if you want a cocktail, got to be never too sweet. I mean, I think that's why Tip Top keeps knocking it out of the park, because some of the stuff that we keep seeing come out continues to be these sugar bombs. And I'd have thought it's clear at this point that people don't want sugar bombs in their cocktails or as cocktails.
A Naked and Famous, typically, the way that I've made it in the past, and I bought yellow chartreuse just for this. It's yellow chartreuse.
Oh, yellow
It's,
chartreuse.
it's,
Sorry.
Mezcal, Aperol, yellow chartreuse, and a fresh lime squeeze.
For someone who's sober curious, you bought a bottle of yellow chartreuse.
Back
well,
in
it
the
was back
day.
in the day when
Okay.
I was really into Naked and Famous. So I bought a bottle of yellow chartreuse, which I also said I would give to Jacqui, except that she sort of went out. She kind of pushed the alcohol away too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the cannabis.
Yeah, I drink more cannabis now. I still drink plenty of alcohol.
I'll still give you the chartreuse if you want it, Jacqui.
Yeah, I'm down for
Okay.
some chartreuse.
Okay.
All right. As I was talking about sugar bombs and cocktails, Jacqui, you were going to say something.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't like sugar bombs, but I think there's still a lot of people that drink, Buzz Balls and other maybe sweeter canned or packaged cocktails. So
Maybe I have a what do they call those? Like a super pellet. So like anything that's
mean,
overly
something
sweet or-
like
or
that.
salty is
Yeah.
just
You're seeing-
overwhelming.
In the mocktail space, a lot of them are, have high sugar. A lot of the, mocktails that are branded specifically as mocktails seem to be more sugar forward than the ones that are, quote, non-alc cocktails like the Guias and the Guias and the Dessois of the world.
I would definitely say that people still like sugary cocktails. So
Okay.
it's just not Tip Top's cup of tea. That's fine.
Or
you
do
know?
we just live in a bubble?
I think we do.
Probably a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to shout out a couple non-alc brands that are not sugar bombs, like Lapo's Negroni. I had one of those the other day. That was fantastic.
Those are delicious.
''S.
Yum.
And of course, I can never pronounce the name, Saint Agrestis.
You got it.
Okay, Saint Agrestis with their phony Negroni. Fantastic
That's
stuff. So
amazing.
those are two good examples of non-alcoholic products that are not sugar bombs and do
Well,
really well.
the Santa Cruz is a little sugary.
Yeah, but not to like a soda-like effect.
No, but I think it has 100-something calories in it, which is mostly as a result of the sugar in it.
Okay. Fair enough.
But I think that's also one of the unique things about the whole RTD NA set, which is that they have nutrition facts panels, whereas, this has nothing. So
The tip top you're holding.
So you would look at that and say, wow, that has 100-something calories, but this, it's like, I don't know, better to not know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Sometimes when you're consuming alcohol, at least. So I'm not saying that this is high calorie, but it is true of like, most people are not like, oh man, this type of wine has this much calories versus this beer versus.
Like, I'm poisoning myself anyway. Might as well go all in,
Oh boy. Well, there are some wines out there that are starting to put calorie counts, and I'm not sure about sugar counts, but calorie counts on their bottles because people are looking for lower calorie wine for sure. Yeah. I want to talk about some products, but Jacqui, I'm sure, beyond the
Jackie's got a
glamping,
good one.
camping van.
Yeah. I got some San Diego products. This one, don't mind the packaging.
No, you have to mind the
open.
No,
I tore it
speaking
open.
of primal, Jacqui ripped into this bag so that she could put her whole face in it. Watch this. Check this out.
Like,
Look at
What the
no
hell?
hands, no hands needed.
she went full feed bag on this.
It's that good. It's that good. But
What is this?
That is a giant bag.
it's a giant bag and it's almost done. So I bought it last night
ate the
and
whole
I haven't
bag.
stopped eating
Okay,
it.
we have to say the name of
I
the
know we haven't even
brand
said
here.
what it is yet.
The anticipation. This is Nomad Snacks, and this is a local San Diego brand. They make popcorn, and this is ramen. They're ramen popcorn.
Ramen
and they
popcorn.
also have chimichurri, and this is just delicious. I think the only thing that would take it next level is if they collabed with Snoods and had like some ramen thrown in there. But this is so good. They really hit the nail on the head with the flavor, and I really like the packaging. The packaging is what stood out for me on the
Snoods,
shelf.
are you listening?
I want some chimichurri popcorn. We need to.
We need to get some.
get
We
some of
need
that.
to get some Nomad in the Newton office, please.
Yes.
You know what? I
DM'd him.
I see the packaging and I see the flavor. I'm expecting some big things for that brand. That looks great. Ramen flavor. Everyone knows what ramen is. I'm sure people would love to try ramen popcorn. I think that has some serious legs.
And it looks like they just recently launched based on their Instagram. So found them in Lazy Acres and hoping that they grow and they can get their way over to you. with
Care
some
package
samples.
from Jacqui coming soon.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks.
And then I also have another San Diego brand. This one is like hyper local with their messaging and their marketing. It's called the San Diego Bar. And this is the Chula Vista Chile, which is an area of San Diego. So all of their different bars are named after like a neighborhood. And
Are they flavored after the neighborhood?
yes, they just captured the air of the neighborhood and just infused it.
It's the stereotypical things from each part of town.
Garage happy hour flavor.
Yeah, well, this one makes sense for Chula Vista. Chula Vista
Garbage,
is like,
garbage can of ceviche flavor.
Oh yes, love that part of town.
but Chula Vista is like known to be, predominantly like Latin, and this is a Chile infused bar. It's really good. It has a little bit of kick. Their main thing is that they also only have 6 ingredients. So just really simple, clean, plant-based bars. And they're cold pressed. So everything is intact.
Nice.
I wanna
I
go to
imagine
Chula
they
Vista
will
too.
eventually evolve the branding just to call it SD Bar or something else, so as not to be.
They already
so
did on
specific.
Instagram. So.
Did you say that?
No.
Oh,
you
I just
knew.
okay,
You
I
knew.
was-
Ray,
like,
did you
I
just
knew.
invent that? Oh my
You
goodness.
see this? I should get a check. All right. I want to talk. I just want to talk about something I saw in the cooler. Now we have, I don't know, at least 2 dozen, maybe 3 dozen brands in our cooler out front, and so when something strikes.
That's probably an under count there.
Okay, well, there's a lot of brands in our cooler, and this one really caught my eye. Taika is a maker of canned lattes, They typically, or do they all have adaptogens in them? I believe they do.
I think so. And they're leaning in on the matcha, it seems, right now. So.
Yes, so this is their strawberry matcha latte variety. It's made with adaptogens and macadamia milk. It contains 0 sugar. There's an asterisk after the 0 sugar. I believe that's because it includes a different kind of sugar or sugar alternative, which is erythritol in this case. I'm going to try this.
Ray's going in.
Yeah.
Cracking it open.
That is fantastic. Wow.
No shock.
That is really good.
Everything Taika
I
does
honestly
is
was
high quality.
I was expecting
Yeah.
sort of a nice, I don't know, I don't want to say this in a negative way, a sort of a fake kind of sugar taste. But no, this is really, really good. It's 80 calories per 8-ounce can. Feel inspired, not wired is the tagline. And Taika, if you recall from 4 years ago, was that brand that had the number on the front of the can where you would text them and they would text you
I
back.
thought you were supposed to call it.
But now it's a very small part of their can. It's not part of their, as much part of their branding, but you can still text them 415-212-7711.
At least you didn't send a fax. Mike.
Exactly.
Tell them Taste Radio sent you.
Yeah, right. Fantastic. Good job, Taika. More Gorilla?
More Gorilla. I mean, I don't know how I missed this because I know Gorilla did send us a very generous care package.
So Gorilla, a maker of THC-infused products.
Of hemp-derived THC. They make THC, HHC, and CBD products. I'm learning a lot, Ray. I've learned a lot since the last episode.
And so the last episode, we had their gummies and
We had their gummies.
shots. Or I didn't, but you did.
Their gummies, their spray, and
What's spray?
they have
Wait.
spray.
Okay.
Oh, to spray. Sorry, I was like, to spray on yourself or other people?
Like Banaka.
Like Banaka, yeah, under the tongue spray, 10 milligrams a spritz.
Okay.
So this is their, I guess you'd call this spirits. They call this Gorilla Elixir, and the thing about these bottles is that there isn't a lot of labeling on here, so I don't know how much there is per quote shot. It says 0 alc by volume. This is 750 milliliters. I'm assuming it's either 5 or 10 based on their other products per serving. But we've got lemonade, orange, berry blast, and strawberry watermelon. And I am too scared to try it, but it looks really cool.
Well, the colors are definitely less than natural looking. There's a very hot pink
stunning.
one. There's a light purple one. There's
Yep.
a peach-ish colored one. There's a yellow one.
Yeah.
It looks very yellow.
It's super
Very-
yellow. It looks more like
very
mango
eye-catching.
color.
Yeah, it actually reminds me of, that brand Hypnotic. That
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I was going to say
liquor
that.
brand. Yeah.
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 Or
That
like
kind
the
of-
ones that glitter, like the glittery
Oh, yeah.
liquors.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Do not hang out at places that have glittery booze.
I'll say everything.
You call me upscale.
Whoever their designer is deserves a lot of props. I mean, their packages are beautifully designed. I'll say that. This one is scary, but
If you put that purple one up against or up next to a bottle of Hypnotic purple, they look quite similar, actually.
we'll see. Well, we should put them together and see if anything happens.
Yeah. Okay. So Mike's not going to drink these now, but
No.
he's going to drink
Too
some
scared.
later. If you want to know exactly what happened with Mike, follow him on Instagram, BevNET Mike. There you go.